How much does stock in Blizzard cost? It's probably like $45, $50. That's what I would assume. Let me go ahead and double check. Let's see. Stock in Blizzard. Blizzard Activision stock. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, and we pull this right up here. And Firefox, there we go. $47. So I was right. How about that? So Blizzard's actually, their stock is doing pretty well now. They were at $42 and now they're at $47. I was right. Yeah, they're after Diablo Immortal. Where you look at the you look at the 1 year, right? Not too good. Look at 5 years, pretty good. I think this was like a general market correction, so I wouldn't completely shit on them for this. Obviously, no, it's okay. All right, let's look over here at the sub-only stream. I think this was on, I saw it. It was on like the top page. Why am I dead? How'd I die? The fuck? The fuck? Okay, just a second. Let me open this up, okay? Give me a second, guys. Sorry, let me... It's like weird because my stream deck isn't working, so it's giving me like, it's not, I'm not used to doing it without the stream deck now. Okay, let me go ahead and look here. All right. So let's look right here and we'll see what this is. Firefox, okay, good. All right, so turns out sub-only streams are a breach of League of Legends TOS. Gross score, okay. I need help, please. Riot support. Twitch made a sub-only can view streams. Does this mean I cannot stream your games with this mode on under your legal action? Please get back to me. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. All right. Okay, it was funny. Let's go over to the next one, all right? He doesn't know. Looking to grow my stream. Bahaha, Riot got sick of your shit real quick. Wait, what do you mean it got sick of your shit? Like, this is like implying that did Riot make this rule specifically? They're like, hey, you know what, guys? Call up Robert and the legal team right now. Right now, we need to amend this TOS. Let's have an immediate rule, and we're gonna make sure that we settle this and immediately. They likely won't give him any legal advice. Ask an attorney. Well, of course they're not gonna give him any legal advice. Imagine the Twitter. Imagine this, okay? Just a second. Imagine being the resident Twitter community manager for Riot Games and expecting and giving somebody legal advice. Right? They're obviously not going to do that. Like, they're not going to tell me, like, you know what? It's like this person probably posts memes on Facebook. Like, that's probably like in their resume. They're like, yeah, you should hire me to do the league Twitter because I have a Facebook memes account that has 10,000 likes. They're like, wow, 10,000? I'm like, yeah, 10,000. And then they fucking hire him. That's basically how it works. Song name, it's Happy Up Here by Rocky Sub. It's the second here. Hey. Can't run forever. You also can't run Blizzard, Steam, or Project CD Red games. You're sub-streaming. Those games are against their TOS. You're making people pay to view the game, and they won't allow that bullshit. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. All right, so it's also against Valve's TOS, Blizzard TOS, Blizzard video policy. Let's look right here. The fundamental rules must be limited to non-commercial purposes. Okay. Yes, a community may create. You're permitted to create a video production of Blizzard content, distribute them freely on the website or other websites where viewers can freely view your production. Regarding websites and premium access, we understand that many third-party websites are a free method to see video content as well as a premium membership service that allows for speedier viewing. For clarity, please note that as long as this website hosts your production, this website that hosts your production provides a free method to allow viewers to see the production. Blizzard Entertainment will not object to your production being hosted on that site, regardless if the site's for-pay services are premium. Okay, guys. Neither you nor the operator of any website where your production may be viewed can force a viewer to pay a fee to be able to view your production. Now, I'm thinking of an exception of something that's actually not free. Now, if you didn't know, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can connect your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and get a free sub to your favorite streamer each month. Now that means, listen, that you are actually not spending money, and there is a technically free component of this. There's a free component that circumvents this rule. Just pay for Prime instead? Well, that's the thing. Is the consideration. So basically, like, what do you consider? Yeah, that won't fly. Well, neither will that. Nobody, they don't care. Like, Twitch doesn't care. Like, YouTube, like Blizzard doesn't care. It doesn't matter. Everyone has Prime. I have an Instagram Prime account. A fee doesn't need to be money. So a fee doesn't need to be money. I don't know. So basically, we get into like really specific legal terms, and I don't really know if this necessarily makes it impossible for you to do any sort of a what do you call it? So what if you did this? Because this is a gray area here, okay? And just stick with me. Right now on YouTube, there are a lot of content creators that put out their work, their content earlier on Patreon. Now, the content at that point on Patreon is currently, at that exact moment, in breach of Blizzard's TOS because it's being offered exclusively from a paid fee service and it's being paywalled, right? True. Now, if that service and that content is being made available for free later on in the future, does that necessarily, does that retroact, or is the rare up? Does that retroactively remove the TOS violation that they originally made whenever they made the content available for paid only at the beginning? Also, okay, all right, okay. Then, what if? How do you define a fee? What is the technical definition of a fee? Let's look at what the technical definition of a fee is. A payment made to a professional person or a professional or a public body in exchange for advice or services. Is a service watching an ad? These retards over at Livestream Fail don't even understand that they're opening up Pandora's box by trying to bring out the TOS and involve lawyers. You're so naive and stupid to believe that this is going to come out in your favor in any way whatsoever. Just because one guy from England that you don't like is doing something that you don't like, doesn't mean that you should ruin the entire website because you're mad. You're so stupid and you don't even realize it. You're so naive. Like, I'm so worried about this because they're going to ruin everything that we've made because they're jealous of some person in England that makes Twitter videos doing sub-only streams. The advert is the fee that you pay for the service. That's right. So would this make Twitch not likely to go back on sub-only streams? So that's the good question, right? Because let's be honest, Blizzard's not going to sue GrowScore. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. It's not going to happen. So after we rule out the obvious things that aren't going to happen, now let's talk about things that could happen. The highest possible thing, the best possible thing that could happen is that Twitch sees how many different types of TOS are in violation of the sub-only thing, right? The sub-only thing is in violation of that many TOSs, and they remove it because of potential legal problems. Because Twitch is also liable. So keep this in mind. Okay? So Twitch is liable. For example, let's go ahead. Let's open up. Let's look at browse. Let's see. Wow. Wow, wait, what the fuck? I just looked at the browse section, and there weren't 8 different bootleg versions of a soccer game being broadcast. That's weird. I mean, because usually it's not like that. Here you go. Here's another one. What if a VOD after sub-only stream negates a VOD in TOS? So, okay, what about this? What if making your VOD sub-only is technically adding a fee in order to see the footage? In order to see the content? Because technically, okay, let's see here. And also must be limited to non-commercial purposes. Like, how is this part of the TOS and everything like this? Like, Blizzard, use of Blizzard content must be limited to non-commercial purposes. As I said, these people don't even understand Pandora's box. It specifically said, at real time, they're just for VOD sub-only gaming. Yeah, are sub-only VODs against this TOS? Okay, let's go back, all right? And I'm just, let's see here. Guidelines for, the only exceptions for this rule are if you participate in partner programs with YouTube, Justin TV, Blip TV, Own TV, or Ustream, whereby a production website may pay you for views of the production if you are accepted into their partner program. So, okay. Blizzard's entertainment restriction, non-commercial, means you may not license a production you've not created, you've created for another company for a fee. To do so, Blizzard Entertainment reserves the right to use its products for all commercial purposes. So wait a minute. Wait a minute. I mean, I'm so confused here. So let's look at this again. All right, just a second. Yeah, we better call Saul. So let's read what this says. Note that Blizzard Entertainment's restriction that productions are limited to non-commercial uses also means that you may not license a production that you have created to another company for a fee or for any other form of compensation, without a specific written permission by Blizzard Entertainment to do so. The exception to these rules are YouTube, Justin TV, which is also Twitch TV. So, actually, he's not breaking the rules. He's actually not. Because look at this. Look what they're saying. It means that you may not license a production you've created for another company for a fee or for any other form of compensation without specific written permission from Blizzard. So he is a partner on Twitch. That means that he falls under this this expectation, or exclusion, which means that he may actually start doing the TOS. He's playing League. Now, wow. Okay, let's go look at League. Let's look at League. Where is it? Where's the link? Where's the link? Let's look at link. It's Riot? No. I'm just saying. I'm just making an example. You're not distributing it, though. Top. No, that's a link to his tweet. Let's see. I'll look it up. Riot Games, TOS streaming. Okay, just a second. Let's look over here. Blizzard subscriber. Oh, wow. This is a whole website. Blizzard subscriber-only streams violate TOS from Valve, Blizzard, and Riot Games. Allie Jones. Twitch rolled out a beta for sub-only streams, and I posted on Reddit last night. User, just a lazy gamer. Journalism in 2019, by the way. Pointing out that a new stream seemed to violate terms outlined by companies including Blizzard, Valve, and Riot Games. So let's look over here. And as long as the website hosts your production, a free method will allow viewers to see the production. Blizzard Entertainment will not object it. Will not object. Well, I don't see... Okay, so let's go back over to here. You're misunderstanding it. They're saying it's fine if the platform pays you, but the content can't be pay-gated. Wait, what? I don't think that's the case. So I don't want to get. I don't think that's true. So let's read it word for word. Note that Blizzard Entertainment's restriction that productions be limited to non-commercial uses. Now, how do they define non-commercial uses? What this means. So they are literally defining non-commercial purposes, or sorry, commercial purposes in this frame right here, or sorry, this paragraph right here, what this means. Your content, as a community content creator, you are permitted to create video productions using Blizzard's content, distribute them freely on your website or other websites where viewers can freely view your production. So this right here, what this means is clearly the definition of what they mean by non-commercial and the differentiation they create between commercial and non-commercial purposes, right? So that means that, let's see here. You're permitted to create video production using Blizzard content freely on the website. So wouldn't that make an exception? But now they go down to here. You're wrong. I don't think that I am. So if you uses also means limited also means that you may not license a production you have created to another company for a fee or for any form of compensation without specific written permission from Blizzard to do so. Clearly says that it cannot be pay-gated. Limitations of usage. Neither you nor the operator of any website where your productions may be viewed can force a viewer to pay a fee to view your production. So I'm reading this. I'm trying to decide. Freely sub. Just a minute. I'm gonna look here. Okay, that's not it. Comment. Watch the first episode of Better Call Saul. I can assure you that you're not wrong. I don't. I mean, here's the truth, right? Is none of us are lawyers. We don't really know what we're talking about, right? And I personally think. I don't know. Like I really don't know about this because here's the thing. Read the rest of it. I'm trying to read it. Your production should meet the rating for T-rated productions. These standards taken into account during the creation of your production. Let's see over here. Content use, educational, further information, etc. Okay, internet lawyer here, you're right. Yeah, neither is Ian Escosas. Well, he was an attorney, right? I mean, so let's see here. Regarding websites, okay, here we go. This is what it is. We understand that many third-party websites have a free method of seeing their video content's premium method. For clarity, please note that as long as the website hosts your production provides a free method, Blizzard Entertainment will not object. But is this an exception to the website? Because it says the exceptions to this rule, right, which is the non-commercial use, are websites like Twitch and YouTube. So would the fact that they put this as an exception mean that all of this doesn't really matter because they said it's an exception? It's not an exception, but they said it's an exception. It literally says an exception. Like, it literally says that. Yes, the exception bypasses that. Read the rest. That's for licensing productions. Okay, just a second here. Finish the exception paragraph. Whereby, okay. Whereby a production website may pay you for views of a production if you are accepted into their partner program. But I'll see if I can explain this in a way that makes sense. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that this exception right here, Blizzard reserves the right for you to, yeah, I can't read, man. Like, I literally can't read. Like, I don't know what it is about this, but I can't read. Okay, I'm just going to go to the article. Some days it's worse than others. That's all there is to it. Brain cells are in the air. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's all the hair. The hair was keeping my brain cells in, and now that they cut all the hair off, now the brain cells are all gone. I guess that's the way it goes. Okay, let's go over this way. Go to Riot's TOS. Okay, just a second here. Yeah, okay. Samson, I guess so. Guidelines say that you can't be paid by Twitch or YouTube while broadcasting Blizzard content, not that you can lock your content to paid viewers only. I don't know about that, man. But either way, listen, like, I feel like this is too nuanced of an argument for me to even understand or talk about on stream because I've just got so many other things distracting me. I can't think straight. Okay, I'll be honest. I can't think straight. So anyway, let me read these real quick. Josh is gone, right? I will talk about the method Josh thing in a bit. S1 TV, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Grow your hair out. Yeah, I'll try my best. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think straight. Okay, anyway. Shutting down streamers would be silly, but very Blizzard, they're not going to do that. Okay, they're just not going to do that. Very nuanced. You have to talk to Blizzard about it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, that's basically what it comes down to. Your hair is good. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Okay, just give me 1 second here. Okay, alrighty, I should be good here. Okay, your hair is good. I know it's good. Is it technically a paywall if Twitch Prime is free? Well, so that's the thing. Twitch Prime is free, but the way that you get Twitch Prime is from Amazon Prime, and Amazon Prime is not free. So, and also I think that you can get a free trial, which is like, is that technically free or is it not? I don't know. Like, the thing is, here's the end result for this. I'm going to guarantee you this is the end result. Did you know that it's against the TOS to play copyrighted music or to watch copyrighted content on the stream? It is. But if you go and you watch any stream, they're all doing it. These rules are really only enforced whenever the companies get involved. And basically the only rules that Twitch, the only rules that they enforce, regardless of if like companies or other people get involved or not, are rules that would put advertisers at risk. That is the one thing that Twitch cares about. So that's why there's no titties, no dicks, no porn, nothing like that. Nobody's saying the N-word, not even with the A, right? You can't say any of that because that puts the advertisers at risk. Those are the only things that Twitch goes out of their way to make sure that people don't fucking do. Because those are the things that can actually hurt the game. Or sorry, hurt the website. The rest of it, they just basically wait for the companies to complain. So let's look over here. In a post last night, Reddit statement also echoed by CD Projekt Red and Blizzard, who say that you can stream and earn money from your streams as long as you're not specifically charging people to watch your broadcasts. Subscriber-only streams are mostly intended for special occasions. Feasibly, those could have included esports broadcasts, but also given some of the world's biggest esports are made by Riot and Valve, that eventually seems less likely. Well, I mean, I don't really know about this because like all of the larger esports organizations and like the different events, they all have a specific license and, you know, it's not going to be a big thing. Okay, like that's gonna all be hammered out ahead of time, like with like the contract specific, right? Because like once you have like an esports event that has like a certain amount of size and scope to it, you basically have to get a license from the people that are making it, right? And like, how do you guys know that's true, right? Example, Keemstar with Fortnite Fridays. That's why he stopped doing them. Chess being toxic as fuck. I don't even know if people are being toxic or rude. Just permaban them. Like I don't deal with that anymore. As I said, do you think Blizzard will do their own subscriber-only streams? Absolutely not. I don't think so. Yeah, people are being rude. Yeah, you just permaban them. Yeah, that's basically all there is to it. In fact, it says Justin TV shows that they haven't updated it for a long time. No, you're right. Let's see. There are, of course, plenty of games and studios out there who these new streams would not provide a violation at time of writing. However, just chatting GTA and Fortnite are the only exceptions to the rule. Giving those games prevalent subscriber-only streams could be very divisive. We've reached out to representatives and we'll continue to update whenever we learn more. So they haven't even gotten any sort of like real information about this or not. This is just like them basically writing an article about it. So let's see what's going on here. What are people saying? People are as toxic as sewer? No, I don't think that's true. I think there's like this rationalization that people use that, you know, people are like, oh, well, if the streamer's toxic, then the chat's going to be toxic. Listen, people just come into big streams and talk shit all the time. Like, it's not, like, it just happens all the time. Like, especially since, like, I put a lot of videos on YouTube. Like, I'm going to attract a completely different audience on YouTube. Like, for example, like, so you can use this, like, IRL streams. This is a good example, probably the best example, right? Is that people were like, oh, well, I guess Asmon has a toxic community because he's getting callers at the barbershop. No, that's not true at all. The fact is that once you have a certain amount of viewers, somebody who wants to call a different location in order to get attention on stream, once they have a certain audience of people to do that in, it doesn't matter what the context is. It matters like how many people are going to be able to see you do this. So like here's an example, right? If you wanted to make an ass out of yourself, and like embarrass somebody, would it be more compelling for you to try to embarrass them in front of 100 people or 10,000 people? It would be more compelling and more of a reward for you to embarrass that person in front of more people. So that means that having large viewer IRL streams intrinsically attracts people that are going to do toxic things and annoying things like calling into different locations and everything like that. So that means that it doesn't matter what your community is. It matters just by the fact that you're there. Like, just if you're there and you have a lot of viewers, people are going to go there because they're going to use the fact that you have a lot of viewers as an audience of people that can see them be an annoying fucking idiot. That's all there is to it. And it has nothing to do, yeah, you're a problem. I'm not the problem at all. I don't do anything toxic aside from like make fun of people's like, what do you call it? Make fun of people's transmogs. Like the only time that I'm ever like rude to somebody on a personal level is if they're rude to me first. I will retaliate. Yeah, of course I'll retaliate. I'm not a punching bag. But I never go out of my way to say anything actually toxic to somebody unless they attack me first. Tavco Carnage XUC is the same, true? Well, no, you're just being stupid and you're misinterpreting what I'm saying in order to fit your own agenda. I didn't say that at all. I gave a specific example of callers and IRL streams, and then you extrapolated my example to mean that I'm saying that every single action of every single chat is equal, which is not what I said in the first place. But you're trying to say that because you have an agenda and you want to make me look stupid. Everybody knows what you're trying to do. You're fucking retard. Okay, just a second. No, I mean, like, come on. Let's be real. Most YouTube merchants just give you early access to videos, in which case I support, I suppose that'd be compliant. It does say concurrently, though, which suggests that early access is a no-go. Let's see, CCP Games, you'd be surprised to see this is not against many games TOS. Okay. Let's see, what do you got here? Okay, what is this? Okay, alright, calls a retard? Well, yeah, I mean, obviously. I mean, the person, like, the thing is that people... He's basically rationalizing negativity in my stream but by saying stupid shit like that. So yeah, of course I'm going to call him a retard because he's a retard. I mean, yeah, of course. That's not even what I mean by toxic. Okay, let's go. Check Riot Games TOS. What's projecting? Okay. What's projecting more hair? Yeah. A year from now, the word retard will be banned from Twitch. Actually, you know what? Let me ask you guys a question. Well, let's talk about the rules on Twitch. I want to go ahead and pull up a notepad document, and we'll use this and we'll screenshot this in a few years from now, and we'll see how close we got. All right, 1 second. Let me pull this up. Notepad. Okay, there we go. And I'll take Firefox off. All right. So, what year do you guys think? Let's see. I think that curse words will be removed in 2022. Yeah, I'd say 2022. And at that point, they're probably going to create two different distinctions of, like, that's like fuck, shit, dick, ass, you know, all that kind of stuff, right? 2022. Now, this is the year that they will probably create different advertising contracts for people that are going to be more and less advertiser and kid-friendly. At that point, there will be different rules for people that have each different type of contract. And then they will slowly drift towards giving the people that are on the contracts that give them more money, the more family-friendly, advertiser-friendly contracts, more advantages, more opportunities, more possibilities, and eventually this is just going to be the norm, right? Now we talk about different words, right? And also, like, here's the thing, is that, like, there's a lot of things against the TOS that people do all the time that nobody really gives a shit about. YouTube's already done this too. Well, yeah, of course, that's how I know it's going to happen on Twitch. It's because YouTube's already done it. Feminist frequency taking over. Listen. One weird chick with hoop earrings on a crusade is not causing this to happen. This is not Anita Sarkeesian taking away your ability to say retard. Like, there's a million other people that are doing this too. See, here's the problem, right? Certain words you can't say? Yeah, dude, there you go. George Carlin. CD Projekt Red. Wait, what did they say? Wow. Video policy. We encourage everyone to create videos using content from our games as well as live stream them to the public. We think it's awesome that you guys make all these Let's Playthroughs, etc. Please feel free to publish your content on YouTube, Twitch, and other video sharing websites. We ask that you remember that the use of our content and videos has to be non-commercial, meaning you can neither charge users to view your work nor sell a license to sell or license it to others in exchange for any kind of payment. Wow. I'm gonna get offended by words. Well, the thing is that like a lot of people pretend to be offended because it gives them an opportunity to tell somebody else what they can and can't do. You know, they're probably not even offended by it, but they just say that they're offended by it because that allows them to have control over somebody else's actions. You know, once you realize that control is usually the goal of everybody, then everything else usually makes sense. People want to do things to control other people. Most people probably don't get offended. They probably just say that they're offended, or maybe they're slightly annoyed and they act like, you know, they had to, you know, seek counseling for this, which is like, you know, it's ridiculous. People just exaggerate things so they can control other people. That's all there really is to it. Not being able to see fuck on TV is an American thing. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm pretty sure the Europeans have plenty of stupid shit like that too. I mean, I don't really know what it is, but I'm sure Europeans have a million different stupid rules too. But anyway, let's see here. Another reason why I like you guys. Okay. Best Game Company. That's what else we'll do. Love you guys so much. Are sub streams allowed, or does that fall under can't charge users to view your work? Subs, ads, monetizing, etc., etc. Wait. This is literally like... Yeah, look. They literally address this specifically. Are sub streams allowed, or does that fall under can't charge users to view your work? Subs, ads, monetizing, etc. is okay. If you tried selling your content on DVDs near the train station, that wouldn't be okay. Who sells DVDs? Well, look, man, like, what if you're trying to be a rapper? Sub is not sub only. They didn't answer the question. I mean, okay, we've talked about this for too long. Okay, we've talked about this for way too long. Let's go ahead and just be honest here with what's really going on here. Kevin Jordan's Dark Truth talks about you. Yeah, we're gonna watch that. Here's what this comes down to. This is really complicated. This is really, really complex and complicated. And I don't think that they know what's going on. I don't think anybody knows really what's going on. Right? It's literally there in black and white. Subs, not sub-only streams. What did they mean by subs here? Like, is this legal? It's more complicated than that, man. Like, it's so complicated. Like, listen. It's so complicated. Like, do you know how it's so complicated? It's because, have you ever seen like a lawyer's office? It's full of books. You know why it's full of books? Is because there's a million different exceptions, a million secondary rules, and a million other things that are all coming into fucking play. It's really, really, really complicated.